Hello. Welcome. It's Tuesday, I think. I don't really have anything planned for tonight. I'm not sure I really want to cook. I had some ideas today when I was still feeling a little more hopeful that maybe I could make carrot cake. But one cannot predict how the mind turns. And the mind can turn really quickly. So, for those of us who are looking for light material tonight, I'm not sure I can provide that. But I figured this will just be another entry in our virtual diary of sorts. And I think I also need routine. A friend was checking in on me today, and asking me how I was doing, and I said, physically fine. Mentally, is where I'm stuck. And I said to him, what little routine I've begun to build up for myself has pretty much disappeared over the past week. And it's hitting. And I think I'm a person who tends to be pretty sensitive to the externalized factors in my life. So I'm just trying to sit with it. It's not that bad. I just feel sorry for myself, which I'm sure we can all relate to. And I'm trying not to stay in this state too long, but I'm also not trying to hide it, because hiding things create shame, and shame is something that I've been allowing myself to let go of very much in the past year. So no shame. It just is, and that's okay. We don't have to save it for Mental Health Month or week or day. It happens every day to us. So we let it happen. And my entire week has been slow. And today I let it continue being slow. I ate breakfast. I ate lunch. I felt guilty that I was using food to make myself feel things again. But I allowed myself to do what I did and to feel what I feel and to move along. Ram, nobody's being mean to me. You don't have to. You don't have to do this. Everybody's nice here. And even if people aren't nice, I welcome it. It's okay. I don't know what kind of crazy I am, but I definitely am getting crazier. But that's okay. It's just, I think being sick and isolating and losing routine and being with yourself tends to create a environment where I draw myself into thought spirals. Um, and it's very easy for all of those thoughts to overwhelm. But I wasn't really feeling like there was a point to going live today, but I also felt like I needed to give myself some sort of structure to my day. So I set up a live to start at 7, and that gave me a benchmark, much in the same way that accepting death is coming gives you a benchmark for how to live. I gave myself a little stopping point. Hi, Serbia and Thailand. Y'all better stop asking Ram to do shit for me. He has his own shit to deal with, like we all do. We just all have to be here for ourselves. And that's what I'm doing. I put on a live because back in February of 2021, I started these lives because my therapist told me to be more social. And it kind of worked. And it kind of changed me. And we're going to continue doing this. Hi, Canada. We all go through this, and I feel like a lot of people don't want to see it, which is fine. You don't have to watch this. But I think a lot of us feel shame about feeling this way and burdening other people with it. And sure, people who are unequipped and unready and fraught with their own feelings might not want to be exposed to this, but sometimes we kind of all just need to cry together, right? So, for those of you who like crying together, here we are. I'm gonna eat some snacks. And we can chat. I'm gonna make some tea. And we'll drink it. And we can talk. And we can sit here in quiet. And we can just be. Because what else is there to life, right? Aaron brought me 2 kinds of tea. They are traditional medicinals. They're herbal teas. Hi, Maryland. There is a cold care PM. Warming and comforting, promotes a good night's sleep with meadow sweet cinnamon. Or we have throat coat, supports throat health, original with slippery elm. And I don't know, we can drink both of these. Why choose one? You can have all. Slippery elm first, the throat coat. I can smell this, like, it smells like star anise. Fennel, star anise, that family.
that licorice family.
Yes, I believe the tea bag also said that it is very good with honey. It says especially good with honey. Cover and steep for 10 to 15 minutes. Damn, that's a long time. My sense of smell? Yeah, maybe. I smelled the laundromat fumes today through my bathroom window. And I'm still not really able to taste peanut butter, but that hasn't stopped me from eating a whole jar of it. Have you watched Over the Garden Wall? I have not. I don't know what that is. But you know what I just did watch right before going live is Submergence. Oh, yay, I'm so happy to hear your cat's back to being a wacko. Hello. Welcome, Lisa. I want to do a honey tasting. We can do a honey tasting. Over the Garden Wall. What is it about? Tell me what it's about. I'm in that mood where I kind of just want to see sad things, to kind of sink myself down to the bottom where I can rest. Which is why I watched this really bad movie called Submergence. And the reason why I watched it was because Alicia Vikander is in it, and I absolutely love her. I think she's beautiful, and her performance in Ex Machina was deliriously good. But Submergence was bad, y'all. Like, it starred her and James McAvoy, and the writing is so awful. It's basically a sad love story, but we don't really get so much character development that we are invested in them, and the timeline kind of does this very melodramatic thing where it jumps back and forth between the 2 days that we saw them falling in love and the life that follows them after. And it was just one of those where I didn't play it on 1.5 speed. I just sat there, watched it, tried to do some stretching. One thing that's been really making me feel bad about myself is I haven't been able to go out and do any sort of exercise or move my body. So I did stretching today, small steps, and I tried not to feel guilty about the changes in my body, which is hard because of all my pre-existing issues, but we're doing what we can. Wallowing in negativity sometimes happens. I used to feel shame about that too, but one thing that Mom has said to me that returns to me more and more now these days is this is all part of life. It is all part of the experience. And that includes the good and the bad. Not to put a black and white morality framework on anything, but the way that we perceive things to be good and bad, they both happen. And I have realized that to stop struggling against my own judgment is sometimes the kindest thing to do. And that's what I'm trying to do more of for myself. So if I feel like I am wallowing in negativity and that that's the direction that I'm being pulled in, then I do it. Do I want to hear something bad? Let's hear it. I don't know if I want to hear something bad, but let's hear it. What day is it today? It is November 29th, Tuesday. A lot of the Taiwanese snacks that Aaron brought back had a Best By date of the 26th. I've kept a couple out that I want to taste test. I've thrown a couple in the freezer. I have not seen the Midnight Gospel, but we're going to taste test some of those. And I think we shall also try this Mochi gift that Aaron's dad, Jeff, brought to him, and he decided to give me half the box. And it says the Best By date is today. So, I know I can't really taste things still, but I figured let's try one. Somebody also sent me a clip of a chiropractor who developed this technique of snapping people's sense of smell and taste back, but it actually requires 2 people because I don't have 3 hands. Basically, you put one finger here, right above where your nose bridge starts, and then I think you put one finger here, and then somebody like taps the back of your head at a certain place, and it's supposed to just like kickstart some connection in your brain. I know it sounds weird and potentially fake, but you know, weird things do happen. I don't have 3 hands, and you know, I might end up killing myself if I bang my head on the back of something. So, uh-oh, what did we hear? What did we release? Melissa, you're dying. Jesus Christ. Well, you can share as much as you want, and we will be here to listen if you'd like, and we'll sit here with you while you're still here. And we'll eat snacks together. And as a reminder, you're not obligated to answer any questions. Shit luck, man. Shit luck, Melissa. Let's start with an apple. do have questions, but again, you are not obligated to answer any of them. And I'm sorry if any of them make you really, really sad. But it would be amazing for me to hear what you want to do with the life that you have. And what you would want to do if you had longer. I think these are questions that we don't really think about. On a daily basis, because we're too busy just being hamsters on a wheel. But anyway, cheers. Hi, Germany. This one is a Macintosh, but it tastes and smells particularly candy-like. It has a lot of the flavors of a really nice late autumn grape. The ones where the skin tastes different than the flesh. It smells a little bit like you're 5.5 years old and you can't wait to turn 6. And it smells a little bit like running around on the grass. It smells the way ice cream used to taste when you were still so excited to chase down the truck. Like sweet, but more than that. It smells a little like promises. It tastes a little like lime zest. It's bright, but not sour. And it's fresh, but not sharp. This apple is very mealy. Half of the apples that I bought, I thought were really fresh Macintoshes that weren't mealy yet. Melissa says, my life has been experiencing new places and foods. I had hoped to do more. Thank you for sharing. I won't speak for Melissa, but if I were ever given a diagnosis of terminal illness, I personally wouldn't want anyone to tell me things like, there's always hope. That's just me. I'm not speaking for anyone else here. Because I wouldn't want to spend the last bit of my life in positive denial. But who knows? Maybe if I were at that stage, I would want all the hope. When I bought these apples, I thought the Macintoshes would be fresh enough to be crunchy, but they turned out to be mealy. And I've started to gravitate towards the mealy apples for the first time in my life. They used to be undesirable, but funnily enough, the mealy ones, where there's more contrast between the skin and the mush, are the ones that I can smell and taste the best. So I've come to love them in a way. And they're very comforting. And I've started to appreciate mealy apples for maybe the first time in my life. Wondering if anyone has advice on how to deal with guilt. I think at the end of the day, guilt comes from a place of feeling power. We feel guilt when we cannot exert our perceived power in desirable ways. We feel guilt when we feel like there is a discrepancy between the idea of our agency and the resulting lack of control. So in order to say that I am not responsible for what happened, there needs to be a thought process by which you relinquish the thought that you had ever control over the situation. When my mom died, I spent several months thinking that I played a big hand in her dying this way, this soon, so suddenly. And over time, I started digesting the events of her life, and talking with other people, and realizing that that was just the way she was going to live. was the way that she lived until she died. And yes, I could have been nicer to her, and I could have done more things for her, and I could have helped her more, and so many other possibles. But really, she's her own person. She made her own decisions. She suffered her own traumas, and she carried her own weight. And when we live, we all have to carry our own weight, and nobody else, no matter how much they love us, can help us with that. So, you are not responsible because you are just as powerless as the rest of us. And that is okay. You could always do more, and you can always do less. And you do what you do, but just because you do it doesn't mean you will have an effect the way you want to. What I tell myself now is I did what I did. And that was, in a way, all I could have done. Because if I could have done more, I would have, and I didn't. And that's not to say that I'm an asshole for not having done more. I mean, maybe I am an asshole for not having done more, but the you that is looking back now, judging the you that did whatever past you did, are not the same. The you now has new information that the old you did not. The new you has a new way of looking at life that the old you didn't see yet. It is therefore unfair to yourself to judge past you from the standpoint of the current you. It is a form of self-abuse. And why do that to yourself? I mean, yes, you can love me and I can still be an asshole. Like, really, though. I have my asshole moments. I'm not a perfect person. And you don't have to accept all parts of me because I don't even accept all parts of me. And that's okay. Like, we can't be good all the time. That's what Mom tried to do. And that's part of what broke her. Just let yourself be you. You can be nasty sometimes. You can be nasty sometimes. And the people who love you will understand. And you can talk about it after you're nasty. And the love will return. And it will change. But the love will still be there. And the people who can't take it is not a reflection on who you are as a person. It's a reflection on the dynamics between you and the other person. Not all people are equipped to deal with different issues in others and themselves. So that's all. In being generous with yourself, you learn how to truly be generous. Because being generous to others is only the first step. Remember that you're the only person who sees all of you. And not even you have a complete picture of who you are. So, Melissa, is there anything you would like for us to do on this live? Not to put you on the spot or anything, but let me know if there's anything you want to see me do. It's a good apple. Unconventionally beautiful. I've been thinking a lot about you would like to see me eat the rest of the apple in one bite. I'll try it. You're not Melissa, but I'll do it for entertainment's sake. Let me just see if I can fit the whole thing in my mouth. I don't think I would be able to eat it without choking on it. It's quite big, okay? It's very big. Unhinge the jaw. Am I a snake? Cynthia says, is that even safe? Cynthia, living ain't safe, baby. Got me eating cyanide and all. I see where you're going with this, Julie. I see where you're going. You can just tell me you don't like me. You don't have to do that. Death by cyanide and apple seeds? That's gonna take a while. I used to dislike Red Delicious apples. And then I had farm fresh Red Delicious apples, and you know what? They tasty. Hi, New Jersey. You know me, I'm just a drama queen. What else do you expect me to turn into after knowing strangers will watch you eat mealy apples for an hour? Does shit to your ego, you know? Like, potato resolution, too. All right. What should we eat next? No, I don't really eat the seeds. And I don't like the cartilagey, plasticky bits. Chocolate mochi? Okay. Toast, butter, and jam. Godzilla pie, you really like yesterday's stream, right? This is the worst mukbang ever. Look at that packaging. Truly, truly very Japanese. Mochi as a choking hazard. I see what Julie's into. I see it now. Have you been waiting for Eating Our Feelings live? Yeah, hell yeah, girl. I'm here for you. I can smell the mochi, actually. Rather, I can smell the matcha. And then it just disappeared after I said I can smell the matcha, so. Whoops. So apparently this is from Kyoto. Looks very fancy. Thank you so much, Jeff, for sharing this, and thank you, Aaron, for bringing me this. I can read barely what the ingredients are. There's a little bit of vegetable oil, sugar, it's either milk or lactose, whole milk powder, matcha, and then that's all Japanese produced ingredients, because the Japanese love using their own ingredients. And then I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either, but several different kinds of sugar, more matcha, and sounds like some food coloring maybe, and some fragrance. Ooh, she is soft. She's soft. She's so soft. Wow. She's dangling. She's like so gentle and just melting under the heat of my fingers and slowly being torn apart. Matcha is ground up tea leaves, basically. Just getting thinner and thinner between my fingers until it decides it really can't hold on anymore. Durian mochi sounds good. Yeah. I'm sorry for lagging. I don't know what to do about the lag. I'm not really seeing the comments faster. So the packaging says matcha chocolate daifuku, but I don't see chocolate. I just see this like matcha cream. Oh, you know what? It's white chocolate. It's white chocolate. I can taste the sweetness. I can taste a little bit of the astringency on my tongue of the matcha. And then when I do this and aerate what's on my tongue, I can taste a secondary layer of flavor that tastes like plastic. A lot of things have been tasting like plastic to me. Apparently some people taste things on COVID and it tastes like metallic to them, but I've been tasting more plastic than metallic. And my peanut butter kind of has a slight fish funk to it too. She's soft though. don't know. I think that's a very generalized question about Japanese candy. I haven't not eaten, but I would say Kit Kat is mostly white chocolate for a lot of the flavors. Yeah, you're right. This is very soft, and it's still very springy when I chew it. Love it. Yeah, I can feel the fat on my lips, but I can't really taste the fat, if that makes sense. Kind of upsetting. I'm also very sad to report that my sourdough starter grew mold. I discovered it last night. So I cleaned out the jar and I started a new starter, and we'll see if it grows into anything. Let's try this tea. I'm still testing positive, although I didn't test today. I figured I'd save my tests for later. This tea is called Traditional Medicinals. It is the throat coat tea. It was white spotty mold on the side of the glass, so I just threw it out. I didn't want a chance with it while I was sick. It smells a lot like Chinese medicine, a little bit bitter. I was very surprised to find mold in my starter because I've never had my starter moldy. That was a first. Now, normally I can't stand herbal teas with licorice in it. It makes me kind of gag a little bit, but I can barely taste this. The licorice notes only start to be perceptible towards the back of my throat, where the dangly dang is, and I can't really taste it on my tongue. Didn't go to my function yesterday. I just viewed it virtually on Instagram. This is the throat coat, yes. I'm pretty excited. Several people have told me that after COVID, they recovered their taste eventually, and a lot of their food pet peeves became things that they could tolerate and even love. People have told me cilantro and rosewater, which are very controversial things, they were okay with those flavors after COVID. So again, you know, if my senses ever return to me, maybe my brain can be rewired a little bit. Tweety's punching back. And we'll see. No expectations, but I'm excited. Quite nice. Thank God you're not seriously considering Jonathan. But you could possibly just whack yourself in the back of the brain and see if it changes your circuitry. Congrats, are you excited about your job interviews? All right, that was a successful taste test. Let me see if I can put it into a container that is airtight so the mochi can stay soft. I also opened this bag today that Aaron got me. I didn't realize that these cheese curls are puffy ones. They're the big ones, not the crunchy ones. I can't really smell the cheesiness at all, actually. But I can if it's like right on my nose. That kind of fake cheddariness. Packing peanuts. Extremely salty. And then a little bit of the corniness comes through. So, I enjoy it still. Ooh, I hate black licorice. The first time I had it, I was like, are you for real? I'm still like, are you for real? But maybe now I will be different. What is the best food? What is that question? What is that question? Okay, the next thing I want to taste is the lao po bing, which means wife cake. Hello, Grandma from North Carolina. There are several reasons or background stories of why this type of pastry is called wife cake, but I believe the one that I looked into that I thought, that makes sense, was because a wife decided to make a pastry that could stay in her husband's, I don't know, travels, and so it became known as wife cake. But I do agree that I think after having tasted the sun cake from this bakery in Taiwan, that this might not measure up to it. But we will give it a try nonetheless. The previous wife cakes I've had are made with a sugared winter melon mash. This one actually says flour, butter, and sugar, and maltose maybe. So maybe not even there. Maybe there's no mash. Oh, none of the burners are on, but thank you for your concern. I can smell this. It smells like sweet, buttery, baked goods. Really delicious smell. This smells sweeter than the sun cake for sure. Wow. It smells like really good vanilla soft serve actually. Okay. Oh, that is soft. I love how soft these pastries are from this place. Wow. Okay, so that's definitely not just sugar and flour, right? Like, there's a filling in here. I don't know what it is. It could be bean paste, but again, I love the flakiness and the airiness. Like, there's a gap in the pastry and the filling. Oh, the smell is so good on this. I just love smelling it. You know, it could just be maltose sugar and flour. The filling does not taste like bean mash texture, actually. It's quite chewy. Like a dense filling. But it's also not as grainy as bean. So I don't know what they used in the filling here, but mouthfeel is very interesting. It's tougher and not as mushy of a filling. Okay. You're right, it does look like lemon curd. But it does not taste like lemon curd. I know it should be winter melon, but it truly is too smooth in a way. Fascinating. It does look like marzipan too, but it does not taste like marzipan. This is actually very mild. It smells stronger than it tastes to me, which is fascinating. It smells way stronger than it tastes to me. Check out the flake. Wow. So much flake. And then the outside flake is drier. And then the inside flake is denser and moister. Yeah. Chewy. Chewy filling. That's a first. Definitely the filling is what's giving that vanilla ice cream vibe. It tastes similar to vanilla ice cream in flavor. Very sugary. Okay, that was fun. I don't want more tea. So let's boil some more water. And I think I'm gonna warm up more of my chicken bits because just had a lot of sugar. And let's have some savory. Slowly but surely, we are making our way out of this chicken bit. And then we'll have chicken soup to make cabbage with. Hopefully the cabbage is okay. It's been a while since I bought that cabbage and washed it. You're sick with me? Oh no. I don't want anyone to be sick with me. Well, Valerie, with a household of anxiety and depression, I sure do hope you have some coping mechanisms. And if you need suggestions, let us know. But, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm not ready to do an apartment tour yet. I quite like having it to myself in a way. I moved all my things because my friend Samira helped me with her vehicle. So, gotta love the Frans. The Frans who come to the rescue. Catherine says, what is the story? The story of the pot? This pot? This is a traditional Chinese medicine pot. I told the story a while ago on maybe like one of the first COVID lives, but when I came to the States in 1997, when you do immigration, you have to do like a full exam. And it was through that exam that they found out through my urinalysis that there was something wrong with my kidneys. And it turned out I had a condition called IgA nephropathy, which is also known as Berger's disease. And it's basically an autoimmune condition where your body attacks a certain protein, and the protein kind of accumulates in the nephrons, which are the little filter systems in your kidneys. And so my body was basically attacking itself and destroying the kidneys from the inside out. And I had to go to the North Shore Hospital on Long Island in Manhasset several times a year to figure out how to get it under control so that I don't have to go on dialysis and transplants. And Western doctors have their Western medication. I was prescribed steroids like prednisone. But my parents, being Chinese, thought that they would also align me with Chinese medicine. So one of the tactics they tried was to cook me medicinal soups. They bought turtles off the black market here from restaurants in Queens, and they made unsalted, unflavored turtle soups for me to eat. One of the most traumatic things I think I ever had to eat and put in my mouth and swallow. Truly horrendous tasting. I don't recommend eating turtle. But this was the pot that they cooked medicine for me in. And I didn't know we still had it. And when Mom died, and I cleared out her house of stuff, I found this tucked away underneath the kitchen sink. And I said, wow, I should keep this. And so I kept it. And I kept it for a year. And I moved to this apartment. And the water kettle stayed with Aaron. And I was unpacking one day and I said, I don't have a water kettle anymore. Maybe I'll use this. So this has turned into my kettle of sorts. I don't know if it's gonna crack, but I figured I might as well use it rather than just keep it. Because what's the point in keeping things, right? I'm gonna die too. The bottom of that tea was almost sweet from the licorice. This one came with a tag, and this tag says, "Bring me the sunset in a cup. Emily Dickinson." And now we open the Cold Care PM. It has proprietary blend, 2,000 milligrams, organic metal sweet herb, organic linden flower, organic cinnamon bark, organic passion flower herb, organic hop strobel, organic licorice root dry aqueous extract, 6:1 ratio. No idea what any of that means. Is the stream cutting out for anyone else? You let me know. This one smells a little bit like dried Chinese plums. A little bit of that sour tart sweetness. A little bit of like gummy, jammy fruitiness. And this tag says it's from an unknown source, so we can definitely trust that. The difference between a flower and a weed is a judgment. Wow, sounds like I've been getting all of my rip-off lines from teabag tags. Shit. There goes my brand. Turns out it's just traditional medicinals. These weird teas were brought to you by Aaron. He decided to, I didn't really have much in terms of herbal teas. All I had were caffeinated teas, so he decided to drop me off some herbal teas that would help me sleep. Very considerate. And he brought me crunchy cheese doodles. Also very considerate. Can I sing? I'm really kind of tone deaf. What do I sing? What do you want me to sing, man? Man, I'm really starting to like my chicken bit concoction. It's just like so gelatinous and fatty. Unctuous is the right word here. It's got bits of ginger and melty carrots. And for me, who can't taste right now, this is like a hodgepodge of random textures. Fred is doing great. If you follow him on Instagram, you can see stories with Fred. Fred loves being back in Woodside. I don't think I know Danny Boy. Fred does not have his own Instagram. We are not that kind of cat parents. It's just on Aaron's Instagram. You can tell me the lyrics. I still don't know what the tune is. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. Dun 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 dun. Does that follow the same tune as Pop Goes the Weasel? Hello, South Korea. Yeah, so many of these kid songs have the same exact tune. It's weird. It's weird how you can study an instrument for years and still suck at music, huh? Some people are just born with it, and some people are not. Woo! That was the first time. Can I taste citron pepper? Great question. Let's try. Ground citron pepper. Thank you for the blesses. Oh my god, that is so much. Holy shit. Oops. Whoops. Okay, let's see if I can smell it first, yeah? I can smell it if it's right up my nose, yep. Again, not as strong. Immediately it tastes bitter. Wow. I'm gonna put some MSG. That is strange. I'm starting to feel the tingly sensations on my tongue now, but it tastes bitter. That's all I get from it. Wow. That is so weird. Oh, that is so upsetting. Fuck. I think I'm gonna test again when my mucus goes down a little more. And maybe when my energy levels rise a little more than this. Y'all, I couldn't taste the MSG either. I can taste the furikake. Woof. I guess no more citron peppercorns for now. I can taste most sugar. I can taste the sensation of fat. I can smell fat. Tasting MSG on its own tastes like plastic, sweet melted plastic to me. If I eat too much of it on its own, that's what it tastes like to me. You can't taste salt? Woof. I don't know, man. If I can't taste salt, I don't even know if I can eat. Look at that, though. Somebody just said the only nice thing about Corona for me was just that I could rest for a week without feeling guilty about it. That's the kind of world we live in right now. That we feel guilty for resting. Yes, the medication I could have taken to shorten the length of COVID and symptoms is Paxlovid. I didn't take it because you would have to take it within 5 days of the onset of symptoms. And I didn't get to go out in time to get that in my system. It's also on a really limited run right now, to my understanding. I'm not sure. I didn't get it in time. I was not prepared. Let's say that. My new favorite feature about this kitchen is the real answer is I love how similar it is to the last one. Truly. But obviously having a secondary counter and more storage is amazing. The uneven oven is very frustrating for me right now as someone who likes to bake things, but we'll work with it. Hey, a good even kiltered oven is hard to come by, you know? I think tonight is the night. Let's polish this shit off. I don't want to see it one more day. When did we make this soup, y'all? I think we made this soup like Sunday, right? Is that right? Jesus. No, not Sunday. Tuesday. Because I bought it Tuesday. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been sitting in my fridge for a week. Gross. There is still a window. It's actually a wider windowsill here. But unfortunately, Freddie does not like it here, so he's gone back. I finished my wasabi soy almonds, and I have the seasoning, which I can on top of our chicken now. Yeah, New York City apartments, man, they're not that different. Fresh banana bread? I don't have banana. So I can't do that. Fortunately. I'm sorry. I can make carrot cake tomorrow, though. Mexican street corn flavored almonds? Is it good? Do the other almonds make you farty? Bye, Lena. Yep. So we shall finish our chicken bits today, and then tomorrow we'll make cabbage soup. Carrot cake, spice it up good. Taste the spices before you add them so you weed out the weird ones. How do I weed out the weird ones, though? What if they all don't taste like anything to me? I mean, only a person who has taste can tell me if it tastes weird. So. Chocolate covered pretzel? Yeah, me. I do. And also peanut butter pretzels. Bye, media girl. Elote. I think that's just the name for the street corn, right? Well, if we make carrot cake tomorrow, you can come back and give me orders then. Lavender honey tea sounds amazing. I wonder what else we can make. I do have a lot of stuff in this kitchen. Okay. I don't even know if this is rancid now. This is something that Aaron brought me back from Turkey. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I can't smell it. Maybe it's rancid, maybe it's not. Tarhana? I don't know what it is, but the second word is yogurt. So that could be fun. Not that I could taste anything. Ravina, that is a question only you can answer, my dear. I do think now that we have all that chicken stock, we should make some savory stews and soups tomorrow. Elote is very popular here in Jackson Heights. They sell them on the streets here as a street food too. Just like in Mexico. I would say the best part about living in Queens is it does feel like you're just traveling all the time. Other than cabbage and carrots, what other veg you got? None now. That's it. I wasn't expecting to be this sick for this long. Yeah, I have a delivery service. But I'm not going to use it until I deplete all the food in my fridge and shelvings, which is a lot. Have I ever been to a psych ward? That's an interesting question. No. I don't think so. Do you like soul food? I wouldn't say I love soul food, but I would say that it's just a little heavy for me sometimes. I didn't really grow up with soul food, so there's not like a sweet spot in my brain. I don't hate it. I love cornbread, but I've only had soul food maybe like 3 times in my life, which isn't all that much, right? Bye, Evelyn. Yeah, I wish I had cornmeal. I would love to make some cornbread. Ooh. I've been eating a lot of peanut butter because I still like the texture of it, but I can't taste it. It's a little sad. I've never had cornbread crackers. That sounds interesting. I think 2 things are helping me taste. One is sugar content and one is fat content. So I can taste the fattiness with peanut butter, which is why I still like eating it. But I can taste my homemade almond butter better because I put sugar in it. Fred is currently making appearances on Aaron's Instagram. Aaron's Instagram is spelled Aaron.Aaron.Aaron, and they're all wrong spellings of his actual name spelling.
I would recommend peanut butter to gain weight. Peanut butter always makes me gain weight. Hilarious. It's my favorite food. It gives me a lot of food triggers, but it's my favorite food. Or it used to be. Now I'm not so sure. Okay. Some butter is sunflower seed butter. I like it sweetened a lot, actually. It might be overtaking my peanut butter love. Don't tell anyone. I think I'm going to eat another apple. And then I think I'm going to say bye. But we'll see. Wouldn't it be nice if Bernie got elected? Yes. Probs. Yep, I love how the counter is my work desk now, too. I truly just belong in the kitchen. But in a feminist way, you know? With this crunchy apple, it's nice and juicy, but certainly none of that flavor bouquet is hitting me. This one smells a little bit like cotton candy scented dish soap. I think I'm gonna feed the starter. not a very scientific way to do it. But it should have been equal parts starter, flour, water. And it was not. Is this ASMR? ASMR. Make sure you subscribe and follow and hit on the bell so that you don't miss all future ASMR. Sourdough starter is very hard to kill. Whole hard-boiled eggs. Okay, I'm down with that. Rabina, it all depends on what the people want. I'm here to give the people what they want. That's right, I did sing. I sang I'm a little teapot. Short and stout. Here's my handle. Here's my spout. I gotta be honest with you. I love eating, not hard-boiled eggs, but I love eating like medium-boiled eggs in straight marinara sauce. I could eat 4 medium-boiled eggs in a cup of marinara sauce. So, you know. I'm not gonna judge TikTok recipes like that. Kind of like a lazy man's shakshuka, yeah. You don't have to clean the pan where the egg is all stuck to the bottom. Mm-mm. All right, folks. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining me and watching me cry. Thanks for being here, Melissa. I hope you do whatever the fuck you want. I hope we all do whatever the fuck we want. Wouldn't that be nice, huh? But yeah. Cool. Thank you guys.